President Muhammadu Buhari has reviewed the urgent need to reduce the cost of governance and promote transparency and accountability in government expenditures, and one of the ways he disclosed to achieve this is by sanctioning government officials who retain ghost workers, illegal recruitment and others. Buhari gave the threats while declaring open a third national summit on diminishing corruption in the public sector, organized by the Office of the Secretary to Government of the Federation in collaboration with the Independent Corrupt Practices and Order-Related Offences Commission (ICPC). Benedict Oku completes the story.
At the third National Summit on Diminishing Corruption in the Public Sector, President Muhammadu Buhari has warned that his administration will not hesitate to punish heads of ministries, departments and agencies that retain ghost workers. Buhari, who gave reasons why the Treasury single account was opened by his administration, admonished ICPC to continue to maintain the vigilance required of her by the ICPC Act.
Government will strike a balance to maintain social equilibrium, mitigate the pains of reforms, and at the same time reduce the cost of governance. Nonetheless, those who illegally bring in personnel into the public workforce by illegal recruitment, those who paid their personal payroll, those who retain ghost workers must be and will be severely punished. When we came, we found out some institutions, some say company, they may have as many as 100 accounts. How can the Auditor General or Accountant General trace them? But we introduced Treasury single account so that all revenues will be followed and they will be directed to Treasury single account. From there to wherever the allocation may go. The rising cost of governance at the federal, state, and local government levels is of serious concern. It has been attributed to many factors, not the least of which is that our federal system of government lays down the number of ministers for the federal cabinet.
The ICPC chairman, Professor Bolaji Owosanoye, disclosed that illegal recruitment contributed to the high cost of governance and the increase in personnel budget. He also disclosed that Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, headed by Chris Ngige and the University College Hospital Ibadan, engaged in illegal job recruitment.
Your Excellency, sir, a major push factor on the high cost of governance and rising personnel budget is illegal recruitment, illegal and unilateral increase in wages and remuneration by some MDAs, indiscriminate local and international travels, unreasonable demands by some political appointee board members of MDAs without regard for extant circulars on cost management, the prevalence of procurement fraud, budget padding, etc. ICPC investigation of some cases of illegal recruitment, for example, forwarded to us by the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, has so far implicated the Ministry of Labour and the University College Hospital Ibadan, and a number of corrupt staff of other MDAs at the lower level. This abuse of power is consummated with complicity of compromised elements in IPs. These cases are currently under investigation.
Also speaking at the event, the Secretary of the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, affirmed that the current administration is determined to curb unnecessary expenditure by reducing the cost of governance, touted as a major contribution to corruption in the country.
Systemic corruption prevents government from maximizing its potential of providing good governance for the people with available little resources, especially at this time of the COVID-19 pandemic, which is ravaging the world and also disrupting economic activities. President Muhammadu Buhari's administration has therefore been unrelenting in making sure that our little resources will no longer be budgeted and or used for frivolities, hidden in fake projects, unnecessary travel, wasteful overhead costs, meaningless capital projects that do not improve the lives of the people, and remuneration for ghost workers.
The third phase of ICPC's project tracking covered 1,083 projects across the entire country, with the exception of Borno and Zamfara due to security challenges. The anti-graft agency, however, assured Nigerians that the agency is committed to receiving and investigating reports of corruption and in appropriate cases prosecutes the offenders.